Is it doing it? Are we doing it?
Try. Oop, there it goes.
So I am streaming, right?
It's certainly sending data. You can see over here in Glasswire, the pink is the outgoing.
Okay.
You might need to hit the go live button.
No, it says we're streaming.
Oh, you mean over... No, there is no go live button.
Try reloading the page.
This page?
Yeah.
No.
Let me see if anything... Oop. I see it on my phone.
You might need to hit the go live.
Oh yeah,
There we are.
It's streaming on my... It's streaming.
Yay, so YouTube's dashboard is being dumb again.
Okay. Well, whatever. We're here. We're kind of...
Streaming.
Oh, you mean over... Yeah. Let me just delete this because I don't think it's the right thing anymore.
I right-clicked that. Slap, I swear.
Oh, Brownie, I forgot to tag you in the tweet. Guess you'll just have to tag yourself.
I'm on it.
Good job. I guess I don't need anything over there. Hello, Gajillion. I guess. I don't know. OBS was acting funky for a few minutes there, but that's fine. Orwolf says, "Hi, welcome to Chili's." That's an old
I don't
meme.
like chilies.
Really? What's wrong with it? It's just basic chain stuff. I used to like going there with my mom.
Yeah. Chili's was alright, but the two experiences I had at two different restaurants right before I moved down here made me swear them off the rest of the time I was in Connecticut.
What happened to you?
So I'm gonna call it city names specifically here so people know which ones to avoid. The one in Waterbury was just woefully understaffed. They took way too long with our order. Like, the manager knew it was a problem, but he couldn't handle it at all. Clearly, the problem was either above him or below him in a way that he couldn't affect. But just, it was bad. And then the Bristol one. Oh. Shoot, what happened there? They either brought the wrong thing or they didn't bring the check for like half an hour. Oh no, I remember there was a payment. They brought the wrong thing and there was a payment snafu.
You know, the thing with that is like, for the brief second, you were like, don't go to this one because, wait, I can't remember why. And I'm like, man, it's like that one meme I saw where it's like, forgive and forget. Forget, but don't forgive. Forgive and forget? Forget, but don't forgive. And it was that one. Hello, Ferdinand Sadir. Saludos desde Juju, Argentina. I have the most interesting fans. I actually want something darker. Because the freaking light coming from this screen whiting me out like hell. What's something that has dark mode?
Discord?
Your whole computer should be on dark mode all the
Discord's
time.
better.
The fact that it's not
Oh,
is an issue.
just look up black.png.
Black.png.
Man, it's hot. I forgot to turn down the AC. Alright, that's good enough. My hair's a bit frizzy today, but that's okay. I painted my nails. Look. You can't see them because they're too shiny, but they have hearts and glitter.
Cool.
Why did I painted the hearts in the wrong direction. They're supposed to face the other direction, so when you show them to people, the heart's facing them, but not facing myself.
Well, just show them like... Just show them like this.
Flip them off? That's how you're supposed to do it. Today...
Now, on one hand, you have a heart on your middle finger. On the other one, you have the Twitter icon. With much love, here's the bird.
So tonight, we're drinking more of this whiskey that someone left behind that I'm trying to use up before I go and buy myself more booze. Because I did the responsible thing and be like, Heather, don't buy booze. We have booze at home.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Gamer Subs because I just got my new shipment in, including my favorite flavor, waifu candy. Now with a waifu on the cup.
That's my candy.
Oh, for God's sakes, it is too late to be drinking that kind of caffeine.
It's too late for you to be drinking that kind of caffeine.
Also,
It's too late for you to be drinking that kind of caffeine. Don't undermine me. Not healthy.
he would know.
Heather, turn your camera on Discord so I can see what
Oh,
I
yeah.
can see what's going on over there.
Sure. Oh wait, it's not gonna load like that because there's already something taking up. I gotta share OBS. I forget that's why I do that.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
whole thing.
guys. Time for the important thing. Crochet. We're making the strap to a purse I'm making for my mom. We already have a few pieces ready here. It's gonna be a small purse, but that's nice. Oh, we also have snacks this stream, courtesy of Bronny. He has made me crackers with cheese and salami. That's one of my favorites. Ah, my crackers! Almost slipped them.
Thank you. You read my mind.
Harold B says Brawny's house rules. So Emerald stop drinking. It's not a Brawny house rule. It's a dude, you're gonna kill yourself rule. It's a dude, that much caffeine, especially this late at night, is really freaking unhealthy for you rule.
Now, if it was iced coffee, I'd almost get it.
Look, all you gotta do is get Gamer Subs to make a decaf waifu candy, and I will buy like 5 tubs of the stuff.
The fact that you're so married to the brand is another problem.
To be fair, I have that
Why
same
are
problem.
you susceptible to marketing?
I am not susceptible to marketing. I am susceptible to the Russian Badger.
That's a brand.
Okay, that's called marketing.
A classy wine mom, I like to think. Well, Tether, how can you be a wine mom if you have no children? You know what I say to that? Shut the fuck up. I have had a child. You know where she is now? In the living room. In an urn. I also have a fish. I guess he counts. Fucking son that I always forget about. I gotta clean his tank again.
There was also the time
Yeah,
a
we've been
couple
having to
months
clean
ago
that
where
thing
we
every
realized that if you're chaos and I'm the son of chaos, you're my mom, so.
I didn't consent to this birthing.
Can we not make it weird?
Yes. I mean, no.
Like, that's what I would like. I would like to not make it weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird, and I'm pretty sure one of you guys brought it up first. I'm just re-bringing it up months later.
I don't remember, dude.
There's no way I would have said that in any serious context.
You know what it could be? It could be like how some Greek gods were birthed from just fragments of other gods. Like, wasn't it like a Titan got castrated and his freaking nuts fell into the ocean and out of that popped Aphrodite and like another god? That's hilarious.
I thought that was mermaid, but maybe.
Nope.
It depends on who you ask, I guess.
It was, I forget his name, but it was Gaia's first husband, the father of the Titans. Gaia
I
got
think that was Kronos.
no.
It's either
Kronos
Kronos
was
or
the Titan.
Tartarus.
We're talking about Kronos' father.
Yeah, which I think Kronos' father was Tartarus.
I think that was Gaia's second husband who birthed the giants.
And we already got a whole bunch of
See,
chat.
Jackson nerd. I should know this.
Man, I cannot scroll through the chat very well today. People are saying hello, saying hello. Da, 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 da. Oh, Aaron Davis was just noting everything that has a dark mode. I don't use dark mode on a lot of things because I like white. And I like to punish my eyes. I need to get them fixed. They're really fucked up. So, Charles B was asking me, have you seen the Stray Kitty game? I have. I watched all of Jacksepticeye play it, and I'm currently watching some of the Super Horror Bro videos explaining the story and going into the lore a little bit more, because I know Jack missed some stuff. Bronny was watching some of it with me before the stream started. Aaron Days was following up my freaking
Yep.
meme, food at home. Let's see.
Oh, I will say, Brawny, if it makes you feel better, I also have a bottle full of water here to balance out the caffeine.
Hydration. Honey Drop the Unicorn says the chat is her children. I was just thinking of what to call chat. The first thing that came to my mind was Chaos Cadets. And I think that's hilarious. I love alliteration.
Let's see here. Chaos Cadets could work because you have the Blossoms Generals on your Discord server.
Yeah, and if you're just an unpaid, civilian watching me, you're a Chaos Cadet. I am getting a new patron soon. I know that because a guy was talking to me on Twitter, and who's also a brony who does stuff. Countess told me about it briefly, and he wanted to get in the Minecraft server. I'm like, the thing about the Minecraft server, sir, is that it's open to very close friends and also some of my paid patrons. There's a whitelist for it. He goes like, I'd like to be your patron. I've watched a couple of your streams. Seems cool. I'm like, okay, you pay $10, you can come in. And he goes, okay. And I'm like, all right, cool. If you want to pay to be here, I'm not going to stop you.
So I just looked it up. The father of Kronos is Uranus, also known as Uranus in Roman.
Uranus.
Alrighty.
Yep. So Uranus is the guy who got castrated, got that chucked into the ocean, and from the sea foam rose Aphrodite.
Yeah, I told you it was Aphrodite. I skipped past something I wanted to read. Angel of Speed said, hey Heather and or Spencer, have any of you seen the latest Hell of Boss episode that aired today? Yes, I did. I don't know about this guy. Do you even follow them?
Nope.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm not going to spoil anything yet because it literally did just release today. And I know there's probably plenty of people that don't have time to watch it yet, so I won't say anything about it, but I did enjoy it. But I had that moment at the end of it where I'm like, it ended, and I'm like, it's over already? Now I gotta wait another month for this? I will, but I don't have to be happy about it.
Okay. I have a question both for both of you here and all of chat. I am going to be making a couple changes to the Minecraft server. How much would you like to know about it ahead of time?
Yeah, you can go over it right now. Everyone can get a little teaser.
Alright, well, I want to hear chat's reaction. Do you guys want spoilers for the changes I'm making to the Minecraft server?
We'll take a vote. Let's see. Aaron Davis says, wait, what is in your glass? It's that cookies and cream whiskey with milk, chocolate syrup, and caramel syrup. I'm just trying to use up that whiskey that we got at home. It's a cream liqueur kind of thing.
Womp womp.
Oh, he's probably talking about you.
No, he was probably talking about you, because I already said this is waifu candy.
Well, I already said what this drink was.
Yeah, maybe it was for both of us.
For both of you. Someone says, what about the chit-chats? I don't know, I feel like someone probably has that already. Charles B says, how much longer until you move from Minecraft to a new game? Well, we have to get to the end and stuff. And give the new guy a chance to stretch his legs on our Minecraft server. I do plan to play another game eventually, but we'll see where Minecraft's headed. It's a fun game to play.
Yeah.
I feel like people like it. Aaron Dave says, you don't have to pay to be an Emerald Spencer server. Yeah,
No,
we
you don't.
gotta... You can ask Emerald about his. You do have to pay to be in mine because I'm exclusive content.
Mine does, though, it does have a patron-exclusive chat. So, most of the server is free, but you get access to exclusive chat rooms, and you get higher tier / more of them the higher tier of a patron you are.
Charles B was asking, have you heard of a game series called God of War with the Greek guys? Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
I have played God of War 1 and 2. I couldn't beat God of War 1 because it glitched and stopped my progress. I did beat God of War 2.
Angel of Speed is saying, I'm pretty sure Minecraft doesn't have an ending. It does have a thing called The End.
Yes.
But the game can go on forever if you want it to, so I can always
However,
go...
here's the thing. The Ender Dragon is not the final boss.
Well, of course not.
Have you heard of the Warden?
Yes, actually. I feel like my nephews have told me about it.
He two-shots you in netherite armor.
Well, perfect! Guess what we're gonna have to suffer through?
If we could find it.
a million streams of that. Maybe we'll fight the dragon and see what we feel like doing after. I'll play something else to take a break, and we'll come back to it and try to do the warden shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good pace. So the Minecraft's days are numbered. I think I know which game I'm playing next. I had a request in from our good friend Brandon, or Overseer of Emo, as you know them. So I'll probably play that, finish that to completion. Maybe we'll come back to Minecraft for a palate cleanser. I like that game. Not very stressful for me.
Heather, we were talking about something. We were talking about your OCs right before the stream here. Do we want to resume that conversation?
Sure. So we were talking about Emerald was curious about the age difference between Bronny and his sister character in his series. But I was talking about how obviously Bronny's fictional family isn't like a one-for-one of his actual family, and I was thinking of messing with my OC's family as well in a way, because for a while I was kind of doing it one-to-one. There was a stand-in for every single member, but I'm thinking of just combining some characters because a lot of their traits kind of intermingle. That's going to happen. People are siblings, or
You've also got a huge family.
yeah, there's too many. I think I've mentioned, and I will say this, I have a lot of nephews, like a lot, and they're all little kids, so things overlap and stuff. So I think I might combine a few characters to be certain, just to make something new that's, both of them or a few of them put together. But yeah, as it stands right now, the current family I'm seeing for Heather Blossom, the pony OC, she started out as an earth pony. I feel like I've stated before. Her mother was also an earth pony. We had her father, who is estranged. He's just not around. He wasn't really interested in the family setup. He just wanted to see if he could have some kids and maybe have a unicorn come out of it, because he is a unicorn. And he's more interested in his magical studies than playing family man. He wants a protege. And he's just pretty much a crappy guy, so they won't let him teach or just take on any kid as a protege. So he figured, if I have a kid that's a unicorn, I can protege them all I want to. The unfortunate thing is, he could not produce a single unicorn heir. The first son came out, Pegasi. Second daughter came out, another Pegasi. And I'm going to have my OC in this iteration be the youngest. She comes out, Earth Pony. So he gets frustrated and just decides, okay, I'm done here. You can't give me another unicorn, I'm out. And he leaves. Of course, then he'll eventually learn, oh, the one that I left on, the Earth Pony, eventually just became an alicorn, and she can do magic now. So I'm wondering if I should follow something with that. But that's how it's going to be. It's just like the current family setup is the single mother, an older brother, and an older sister. I have names for them picked out that I really like. I couldn't think. I have one for the mother. She's gonna be like a little blonde toned pony. Her name is Golden Blossom. Her son is Auburn Blossom, but he's a guy and he hates that, so he changed his name to Auburn Blaze. And the older sister is gonna be Cactus Blossom. And of course, then comes Heather Blossom. So that's what I got so far.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the naming part best. I didn't want to sit down.
Yeah. I've got a big family too that I definitely couldn't translate all of them into pony characters. My siblings in A Buck to the Face were originally friends of mine, and neither of them I associate with anymore for various reasons. Yeah, they were both friends of mine, and they both designed their pony sonas to be my brother, or my sibling, because there's a brother and sister. So, and then when I disassociated with Buck Wild, and Buck Wild's been in a couple of my videos, I translated that character more into what my actual older brother is like. I see Charles asking if Sweetie Bloom still voices High Note, and well, High Note hasn't been in another episode. I don't think Sweetie would to do that voice again, so I probably won't ask her to do it again if High Note ever makes another appearance or another voiced appearance. So, not sure what to tell you.
Yeah, I guess I was saying Pegasi as opposed to singular Pegasus at any point because Angel Speed's pointing out Pegasi is plural. Yeah, I know. I know that in my brain, but my mouth said Pegasi sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all her siblings are Pegasi and she's an Earth Pony, so that kind of makes her like the duck out. We had some Charles B says Barney's coming in low. Don't want to bring up his volume too much. Yeah, you're already
I
almost
don't know
close.
why my soundboard is maxed out. I've heard that complaint before,
Oh,
and I don't know what to do about it. Turn up your headphone volume, I guess.
I will say, like, the microphone is obviously capturing you, but because of the new filter and stuff we have on it, it's probably just not capturing it as well. But I don't want to turn on desktop audio because then we're we're gonna have an echo of you.
I thought we fixed that.
I don't know. God, I hate how freaking this is behaving. I'm gonna put this over here. Why didn't I do this earlier? This is better. How do I full screen it? No. Get over here.
Hold the title bar and drag it up so it touches the top of the screen. That's the X button. No.
God, it is so small. This thing needs to be bigger.
I don't think it can be, unfortunately.
Also gonna move this to the side. I don't like this other side profile. Makes my nose look big. Well, I'm still having the scrolly issue. Like, look, when I try to scroll up, it does this. I think I'll just grab this. Do it. Yeah, we were having a bunch of technical difficulties this time around. Excuse me. Jillian asks, question for Princess Heather P. Blossom and everyone else. What are your favorite 80s fantasy movies? That's a very specific genre. 80s fantasy. What do I know from the 80s that is fantasy? Because I have a ton of movies that I like. I have cartoons that I like from the 80s. Hey, when was that one movie made? I think it was called Legend, where like Tim Curry was the devil.
Yeah, that was.
I liked that one.
Let's see here. There's a lot of movies named Legend.
Look up Tim Curry with it. Or Tim Curry as the devil.
$19.85.
Ah, I win! It was one. Now you guys gotta come up with one. You can't take mine.
I can't think of any that I actually liked.
I don't know the times that movies came out to be able to answer this properly.
I finally sat down and watched that movie Labyrinth. What year was that from? I'm naming another one. With David Bowie in it. We'll say those pants left nothing
86.
to my 86. Oh, I got another one. Score 2 for me. Those pants left nothing to the imagination. Remember when he threw a kid up into the ceiling? That was hilarious.
And I don't know why my room gets so hot. I've turned the AC down. I've got a fan under my desk going. I'm still freaking sweating.
Fan under your desk is probably sucking the hot air coming from your computer and shoving it in your face, so.
No, it feels cold.
You just can never be satisfied unless you're living in an icebox. William.
We did grow up in New England.
Yeah. William, I'm seeing your message, and you've asked that before. He's asking about the shoe from Dr. Wolf's video. And, well, we've gotten that question a few times.
What is it with you guys that if your question doesn't get answered, you pester it?
Yeah.
We've made this clear multiple times. Don't do that. If we skipped it, it's because we didn't want to answer it for some reason, and pestering it will not help.
Yeah, so I don't want to be aggro about it. I'm just saying, if we get repeat questions that I feel like in multiple streams we've answered, and people are still asking the same questions, I might just skip over them. Trust me, like there's 3 of us here, and we all scroll the chat. We see the questions, we pick out ones that are unique and we haven't heard.
Yeah, though to
Yeah,
be
like
fair,
Helen
that person
and
might
Pony
have been
G
here
does
when
that
they answered
all the
that
time too.
question.
It's like, you didn't see my last question. You didn't read my last question. You didn't read my last question. You
Hey,
need to repeat the last question.
Bronny, chill. What I'm saying is, Emerald makes a good point. Like, yeah, they probably weren't there on the stream that it was asked, which is fair. But to be fair, the question comes up a lot. I know it's not your fault that you never see the answer. At this point, maybe we should just make an FAQ page answering all the common questions that we get. Like, whose house is this, Heather? Where do you live right now? Does Sweetie still live with you? Other things. All of it.
You hit the chat.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that's right. Let me get that.
I think it's it's the OBS window, I think.
Oh yeah, of course.
There we are.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not actually mad at you. We're just like first word problems.
We are not mad at you. We are frustrated at the situation. But to answer your question, generic clip art. It's like actually unimportant.
If you scroll the video, there are credits at the end, in which
the music got muted. Specifically,
that I used. The boot will be somewhere in there. You can follow that link. You can Google that and find the boot.
Sorry, Bronny, you made it your thing. Everyone's gonna ask you about it. When you go to cons, people are gonna ask you to throw a shoe at them, and you'll have to do it.
Mm-hmm. I threw a shoe at one of our friends the other day because he was aggravating me.
I forget it.
You weren't in the room at the time, but I did that thing again, and then our friend Brian did that thing again, where I was like, oh, okay, guys, name a body part. We're gonna work out that body, whatever body part you name. And so I go, okay, guys, name a body part. And our friend Brian goes foot, like that. He always just says something stupid that doesn't help. And I said, okay, I got a foot for you, and I chucked my shoe across chucked my shoe at him.
I remember at some point he said tongue. And you're like, we can't work out the tongue. And I'm like, well, we can. And he's like, and you're just like, well, what about everyone else, Heather? And I'm like, they can too, just not with me. They can with each other if they want to.
I hate this.
Good.
You guys are hard enough as they are. I do not need you guys making them harder.
Battleship had a funny request. Did you ask Sweetie to come with you? Can I fund her a ticket to accompany you? She doesn't want to live in the house with me and Bronny. She wants us to be married and turn this into a castle. She doesn't want to live here.
She doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't. She wants as little to do with me as possible.
And I've taken the only space that would allow her to live here but not be in the house.
Yeah, we keep people long-term off property. Well, it's on the property, but, not in my vicinity. I don't know what that room smells like, and I don't want to find out.
Smells pretty nice. I have what's the candle? I believe it's a blackberry brandy candle that I've been burning the past couple days.
That's pretty good. I like to do incense and candles on Saturdays and just fill this house with smells. I don't know if you've noticed anything. Like I have a oil wax burner thing in the living room that had caramel apple in it today. I lit incense in the kitchen, that was lotus, and I have 2 lavender candles that are in the bathrooms. Everything is fresh. I cleaned this house.
Yep, you did a real good job. Thank you, Heather. I was supposed to use the time you were cleaning the house today to work on video, but I've just been so freaking tired.
To be fair, I stayed up till midnight playing Skyrim, and then he woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I would have woken up at 6 o'clock in the morning anyway, and I probably would not have gotten to sleep any sooner.
Oh, you know what? I was about to say I had the opposite problem. No, I had the same problem, just time shifted. Last night I just got hit with a wave of exhaustion after the stream. Went to bed at 10, woke up at like 3 this morning. Was like, ugh, fine. Went to the bathroom, got a drink, tried to go back to sleep. Didn't work!
That's a mystery.
Yeah, that's roughly what happened to me.
Oh, we tell you we went to the pawn shop today for this chat. One of my Joy-Cons has been working properly, the right one, which it started working randomly. So I think it might be a battery issue, but like it was connected. But then when I took it off this time, it decided to work. I don't know. It's a very fickle thing. It decided to work this time.
I'm still gonna take it apart and take a look at it because it's possible something like got bent out of shape or something, and so it's inconsistent.
Oh yeah, I need new Joy-Cons anyway, so even if you break it doing that, I won't be pissed. But that controller we bought from the pawn shop, we got a wireless controller for the Switch. Turns out it's not wireless, it's wired.
Okay, so I would advise see if you can return it.
Yeah.
Pick up the PS4 controller, or if they have one of the newer Xbox controllers that work on Bluetooth. I have an adapter you can plug into one of the USB ports on the Switch dock and use any Bluetooth controller with it.
That's an idea. But yeah,
I got it intending to use it for my Xbox controller, specifically my Scuff controller, which, for those in chat who don't know, is a $200 Xbox controller. And before anyone judges me, I got it as a birthday present in 2015. But it was one of the early ones, which doesn't have Bluetooth, so it didn't work.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, at the very least, because it's a pawn shop. I don't remember, like, the receipt you signed, but I'm pretty sure it's just like, no returns, no resale, or whatever. But at the very least, you should be able to go back and be like, hey, we didn't realize this was wired. Do you have the wire? It looks like it's like one of those USB-C things. So we could get a cord for it, but that way we would just be able to work with it being wired. I want wireless for when I'm in the bedroom so that I don't have a wire running from me to the dock in the way of people who need to walk by, namely Ronnie.
Oh. I have a 10-foot USB-C to C cable. Or you would need an adapter for that.
I suppose so. But yeah, I think I'll save up my money and get the wireless one that I've been that has cat ears on it. Also want to get a Switch case that has like a strap on it so I can use it as a purse because my new Snorlax backpack, if everyone's seen me on Twitter or in my Discord server, I posted pictures of me with my new Snorlax backpack. It's actually pretty small. Smaller than my Kirby backpack. It can't fit my Switch in it, so I need another way to carry that around if I ever want to bring it with me somewhere with Snorlax in tow.
That's gonna look weird as heck.
You think I give a frick? Also, not if it's cute.
I'm just tired in general, like from the week. Like, I don't stop moving until like 11 o'clock at night, and I start at like 7, and it's too much. It's still too much.
I hear you, honey. Maybe we should just take tomorrow, lay around a little bit.
Maybe.
What was that?
It sounded like your computer. It wasn't mine. You would know if it was.
It would sound like mine.
No.
I think my audio's on. Nope.
No, it wasn't mine.
Huh.
Another thing is I'm having trouble breathing. Sorry I'm complaining so much, but like for some reason I'm just like I'm on manual breathing mode and it's kind of pissing me off.
Yeah, honey, I think you're just a little too tired for existence right now. If you feel tired enough and you want to bow out to go try and sleep, that's totally good too. Alright, let's think of relaxing things. Like how much my mom is gonna love this purse I'm making her. Orchids.
So, Heather, I have a question for you.
What is the question?
If you could have any color of Joy-Con, what color would you have?
Well, I've seen a green and pink one rolling around, so that's pretty cool. You know me, I'm flexible with colors, though. Find me one in rainbow. I like all of them. If you find one that are like, it's printed in, like it's wooden, that's funny too. I like that.
Well, I know which pair I'm gonna lend you if those other ones stop working again.
Do you have ones that are lined with wood?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
I'm not gonna go get it right now, but they are wood grain Joy-Cons with pine green buttons and white thumbsticks.
That is hilarious. I love it.
Also, right when I was asking that question, come on, you load the page, was when I scrolled past these things.
Look at that. That's exactly what I'd imagine they'd look like.
Yep. So, I guess I shall start scouring eBay for busted Joy-Cons again for you.
Oh yeah, you had a whole other idea. Figured. Yeah, I was playing Skyrim late last night, but I was using my wired GameCube Pikachu controller. Which was a bit weird. The buttons are laid out differently. But I still kicked some ass. Ronnie was there, watched me kill a randomly spawned dragon priest. I accidentally killed the quest giver, but you know, I didn't like her anyway.
Tell the story of what happened afterward.
Oh yeah, I guess. So I was killing this dragon priest. I got through this entire dungeon, and I exit out through an exit that they just had ready for me. As soon as I go out, I see a horse running in the distance, and I'm like, oh cool, a horse. Then it falls down and dies. And I'm like, oh my god, they killed the horse! And then these two dudes show up, and they're like, ah, we're gonna kill you. They were forsworn pillagers. And I was like, oh, like I just got out of this freaking dungeon, so I'm out of health potions. I don't have my magic in my hands. I have a war hammer that's supposed to absorb health, and I'm hitting them, and I'm seeing my health going down. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh shit. But I end up killing them both, which is something. And then I notice someone's hitting me with arrows, and I find that guy, and I kill him. And then, like, I realized this horse wasn't like a wild horse, because I thought that was weird. You don't see wild horses in Skyrim or anything like that. But yeah, the horse had a saddle on it, and there was a dead lady next to him, and it said barter. And I'm like, oh, they have traveling vendors in this game sometimes. I forgot. And I knew it as soon as I opened her inventory to check her body. She just had so much shit. And I'm like, oh, and like just a big stack of coins, because she was clearly ready to like buy and sell with you. And I was like, oh, that sucks for her, but now I get all this cool stuff. She had better stuff on her than the pillagers that killed her ass. Horse didn't have anything though, it just had hide.
That's why they were trying to kill her.
It's like, she's got a whole bunch of shit. And I'm like, well, that's my shit now, bitch. Ebony hammer. Good times. I keep having to buy new horses in that game because my horses keep running into danger. Like, I will deliberately, like, I'll ride my horse to a location because maybe I haven't discovered a location and there's a settlement that's closer by. I will deliberately leave them, like an acre away so they don't get into trouble. But then I'm fighting something and in they come, like what? And they run into like arrows and shit. It's the worst thing when a dragon randomly pops up and you're like, oh, damn it. And the horse runs towards the dragon and the dragon sets it on fire and it dies. I don't know why these freaking horses have a savior complex or some shit, but they're always trying to help and they just end up dying. And I'm like, please, man, please. This is bad enough. So I keep having to buy new horses. This game's gonna run out of horses.
That'd be hilarious.
It's like, we cannot sell you more horses. They're all gone. You bought every single one, and they're all dead.
Horses are now extinct because of you.
That's not my fault that you keep raising horses to fight things, okay? You gotta teach them when they see a freaking conflict to look the other way, man. I can't help it if
Hold on, Heather,
Yeah.
do you hear that?
I don't.
Do you hear that?
No.
That's the sound of there being no horses because of you.
Well, I'm looking at a horse right now on my screen, Ronnie. What's that?
I'm a pony, okay?
Well, that's a big difference. Oh, Louis wants me to give him back his old role. I'll do that. Sorry, server stuff. There he goes.
Can't see champ.
I know, Emerald. No, I didn't, but I like to think I did. Let's see. Charles B says, did you have a chance to see the Make Your Mark special yet? I think so.
I still haven't finished season 9.
I don't think so. I don't remember this special. Oh my gosh, you killed it, you dastards.
What did I need to have in my binge-a-thon again?
I don't know, basically everything.
So it was gonna be like 1, 2, 3 Equestria Girls, 4 Rainbow Rocks, 5 Friendship Games, 6.
See Rainbow Rocks.
Well, I've seen everything up to about mid-season 9, but I'm rewatching everything again so it's all fresh going into the movie.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen the movie?
I have not seen the G5 movie.
We don't really need to know anything for the G5 movie.
Yeah.
I will say that. I
I
won't
did-
spoil anything.
I did see the movie with the Storm King. I actually took my little sister to see that one.
That was a good movie.
I did not appreciate it at the time. I like it a lot better in hindsight.
I liked the animation. It looks cute.
I'm in agreement with Little Shy that the fact that Ponyville showed up in the corner of a shot for like 2 seconds is tragic.
Well, Ponyville isn't a big enough marker for this grand scale thing.
Oh yeah, you know, just like it's not like we have a giant crystal castle in that town or anything.
Oh, I forgot about that castle. See, that's how unnotable it is. I forget that it exists.
How can you forget it exists when every brony was making Crystal Palace playset jokes for 5 years?
Well, that came and went. They were doing memes about that forever, and then we had Flurry Heart memes, and memes went on for days. I forget about old memes all the time. Charles B says, since you have Ponyo Seeds, would you enjoy the game Equestria War? That depends. I don't like it when board games get too complicated. Maybe I'm getting kind of turned off because I've joined into a friend group of Bronnies, and all of Bronny's friends play the most convoluted board games. Like, even their most simplest one, like, they'll be like, okay, so here's you. You can do this, this, and that. And then you go to this, but then don't remember you go to this. And I'm like, there's just so much. Like, what happened to just, like, roll a dice, you'll land somewhere, maybe
Yeah.
something happens.
They're all playing this complicated game, meanwhile Heather and I are like, you want to go just play Candyland?
Let's just go pick. I have Jumanji, which is less complicated than this shit. You know, Jumanji's less complicated, but I still have the rules right next to me all the time, being like, okay, what happens when this happens? This happens because the rules are literally just a page that is a single leaflet that has all the rules and conditions on it. They require chapter books to explain what the fuck we're doing.
Yep.
I hate it.
Actually, I have a game that we can play sometime. I think I showed it to you when I pulled it
Laser
out.
chess, right?
Yep, laser chess.
Do I have to understand regular chess?
Not really.
Good, because I barely understand that.
Like,
Brody likes chess. I'll be honest, when we play, I have no idea what we were doing. The last time I played with him, I just did exactly what he did.
Yep. Actually, the rules to laser chess are so simple I could basically explain it all now. On any given turn, you have 3 moves. You can move a piece, you can rotate a piece, or you can rotate your laser. And at the end of every turn, you have to shoot your laser. So if you're not careful, you could shoot your own king, and that's a problem.
I like the card game Mares. It's also one that's really simple. It's like you just go around the table. You have your decks of cards. and if you get a pair of cards, like it's 2 2s or 2 3s, you get that many points. So if I get 2 2s, I have 2 points. And whoever gets the highest score, or like the score limit at the end of the game, loses, and everyone else wins. Simple game. Simple concept.
All right. Now that we are caught up with chat, you ready to hear what I'm doing to the server?
All right.
I am making spawn eggs craftable.
Oh my god. What have you done? That has got to be your computer.
That's definitely my computer, but it's muted. What the heck is going on?
I guess they make stuff unmutable because they want you to know things or something. But yeah, I was like, that's definitely not my computer because it clearly didn't come from my speakers.
Yeah.
It came from like over there.
Anyway, yeah, so craftable spawn eggs in survival. It is not going to be cheap. Currently, the only egg I have a recipe for is a zombie. It takes 4 rotten flesh, an egg, 3 bottles of enchanting, and an end crystal.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that. You started with rotting flesh, and I'm like, I actually could make that, but then you got into like the freaking enchanting and the freaking end crystal, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
Now, bottles of enchanting is actually easy. We have a couple master level, wait, was it master level? No, expert level, clerics on the server who you can get bottles of enchanting from for a couple emeralds. But, this is actually a lead up. I want to get more zombie villagers on the server so I can get good enchanting trades, but I can't find the things. So I'm going to have a crafting recipe, but it's going to be obscene. It will be a zombie egg, an end crystal, 3 bottles of enchanting, and 4 blocks of emerald.
That's you! Hey, where are you getting emeralds from in this game? I haven't found any.
They only spawn as an ore in extreme hills biomes, but you can trade with villagers for them.
I was about to say, I've not found one even once in this game.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed to be an only villager thing.
I believe even in extreme hills biomes, they are as rare as diamonds, and they only spawn in veins of water.
Alright then. Yeah, because I'm like, why don't they accept diamonds? Diamonds are pretty tough to get to.
I think either Matt, Pat, or Austin did a video about this on Game Theory. Basically, because diamonds are useful for tools, but emeralds can't be made into anything useful, they get used as money instead.
Why would you make that money?
Why would you make little pieces of paper money? Or seashells money? Or bottle caps money?
Seashells are cute! Why would they use bottle caps in Fallout?
I believe the rationale was that they are easier to carry than water, because the cap is a water-backed currency. Each cap represents a portion of water that you are entitled to. So caps are easier to carry, and because all of the soda-making factories got destroyed during the war, you can't counterfeit these things.
I guess that makes sense. Last 2 crackers, Emerald.
Thank you.
Thanks for making us snacks, Bronny.
You're welcome. How are they for you?
Good, of course. I love salami and cheese.
Very tasty, thank you.
Don't worry, I asked Emerald beforehand if he could eat them.
And I think what's wrong about them having any sort of poultry in them anyway, because I don't feel anything.
Alright. I thought so, because you said, like, sausages had poultry in it. I'm like, what? I have no idea. And salami kind of like sausages.
Salami does not typically have poultry in it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of one of the other ones.
I assume you gotta know that kind of thing. But hey, now you know you can eat a salami sandwich.
Yep.
Don't have to deny yourself one of life's greatest pleasures. The best pleasure, I could take you to it. California, there's this place called The Hat. Best pastrami sandwiches you will have. The biggest, greasiest jam-packed full of meat things. Do you like mustard?
Not really.
You could have it without mustard, but I had Bronny have one of these sandwiches. Bronny, tell them about the sandwich.
It was a good sandwich.
Yeah, and the mustard didn't take from his enjoyment, because I know he doesn't like mustard. But I forgot to ask for it without mustard. Though, with that, it's a dry sandwich. What would you have instead?
I can't think of what else would go with it off the top of my head.
I'd love to try it with the secret sauce.
What I should ask them what their other options were. Well, I don't think we'll be going to California anytime soon, so I won't be able to go to my favorite place to get pastrami sandwiches. And I haven't been able to find a sandwich that quite matches that. Like, Bronny's taking me a place. I've gotten a Reuben. It's all decent. It's all good. But, like, there's just nothing that quite does the same thing. You know?
Also something I am doing. You know those blocks that you mine and then silverfish pop out and then other silverfish nearby pop out of their blocks and they just swarm you?
Oh, dude, I've seen that, yeah.
I'm making those craftable too.
Oh, God, I don't want those.
Actually, I might make the silverfish crafting recipe super cheap.
Why? Why do we need that?
Because imagine, you could watch Raccoon logs out, completely bury his spot in cobblestone, and then when he gets on, he tries to mine out of it and gets absolutely mobbed, and it's hilarious.
Freaking Coon. Why are we doing this to Coon?
I picked a name at random.
Mm.
I would say we could do it to Countess, but she'd probably figure it out.
She'd probably kick your ass is what she'd do.
Probably.
Yeah, she killed me.
She killed you. She wasn't even trying to, and she killed you. I think I saw a comment earlier, I just remembered. Someone was saying, hey, what are the chances this guy like the guy I was talking about who's going to be a new patron soon, is like, what are the chances this guy comes in and just wrecks everything? I'm like, you know what? Chances 50-50. He seems like a cool dude, but if he starts doing anything, one, we can just kick him. Be like, hey, you're being a dick. My server, my rules. Kick him. And we'll kick his ass, but he's probably just decent. He's probably just a dude that was like, hey, I like Minecraft and I have a YouTube channel. We should stream together, basically.
Let me know when they join the server and I'll make a backup.
Absolutely. Like I said, he's probably joining Patreon today or tomorrow, and I'll bring him in. I'll be like, hey, this is the guy. He'll give us his Minecraft name, and it'll be all Gucci, whatever. I like the background of my stream sometimes. Like, I know it looks sloppy. This is my workspace. It's gonna be controlled chaos, I want to say. What's the term? Organized chaos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you just see all this shit. I have a picture of myself right here because who the hell else am I going to give this picture to? You know what? I could give this picture to my mom. She'd love it. She likes it when I look good. I have this picture of like Vaporeon. I forgot that was a joke I made. Just saw it at one point. I'm like, oh yeah, I drew a pinup of Vaporeon for no reason.
Didn't you do that when I was still in the guest room?
Yeah, I did that. And I came up with that joke in the car with you while we were in the car together, and I drew it. And I forgot that was the joke. I thought I just drew up a pinup of Vaporeon with big boobs for no reason. And I'm like, what? And then I see the vape, and I'm like, Vaporeon! That was a thing I did. It's just funny to look back and be like, oh yeah, there's a reason I do all the weird shit I do.
I still think you should do all the rest of the evolutions in that style just for, like, the sake of completion.
I need to think of good puns that would also be jokes. Like, what would I do for Flareon? For Leafeon, I guess I could have her just smoking weed.
Yeah.
Seems kind of
Well,
basic.
I'm thinking Flareon, you could also go the weed angle because it's blazing.
It just doesn't have the same kick to it as Vaporeon.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I was messing on TikTok earlier this week, and they had an evolution filter someone made. It would just give you, like, Eevee ears randomly. It would pick which one you are. I got Shiny Espeon.
That is one of my 3 favorite shiny evolutions.
Really? You just like Espeon being green?
I love green shinies.
Yeah, I should have guessed. I love
like
those.
especially Espion, like that strong, vibrant green it's got. It's awesome.
My
I will
favorite.
clarify though, I do not like all green shinies. Jolteon's shiny sucks.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either. My favorite shiny is, of course, Sylveon. Because I got a shiny Eevee in Pokemon Go, and I looked up all the evolutions that I could turn it into, and I'm like, I think shiny Sylveon looks the prettiest. So I evolved it into Sylveon, and I got a shiny boy Sylveon. And it's the cutest thing, and I came up with a new name for it, Cotton Candy. Bronny actually came up with that one. Like, I showed him it, and I'm like, what do you think? I want a cute name for this one. I don't know what to call it. And he goes like, Cotton Candy. It looks like cotton candy. And I'm like, you right. That's a good one. Freaking love that thing. Of all shiny evolutions, my favorite is... Oh, and someone actually asked the relevant question. Charles B says, favorite Eevee evolution. So if we're talking shinies, I like shiny Sylveon. Regular Sylveon is okay. My favorite of normal shinies, of normal evolutions is Leafeon, because I'm a grass trainer by design. I love grass Pokemon, at least in most games. In Pokemon Go, it's just what I can get, so it's going to be a weird things. So I love Leafeon out of regular evolutions, but if we're going shiny, I like Sylveon.
For me, I'm kind of meh on all the shiny evolutions except Espeon, Umbreon, and Sylveon.
Umbreon was a good one.
They're basically all tied because I like them all for different reasons. As for like my favorite out of the regular evolutions, Gen 1, I'd have to say Vaporeon's in first place because like who even cares about Jolts? No, I'm kidding. A lot of people care about those two, but Vaporeon's just like objectively better to me. I guess that's subjectively, whatever.
One of my oldest Pokemon on Pokemon Go is a Vaporeon that I've kept since I first started.
Not surprising.
Yeah, it was one of they were tanked.
Oh yeah. Well, not even takes. Like they had to nerf it like 3 times, and it was still overpowered before they overhauled the gym system.
Oh my god.
But Espeon and Umbreon are about equal footing. I like Glaceon a little bit better than Leafeon, and I just love Sylveon.
Only when they're blue.
Actually, funny story. Pokemon X was right when I was getting out of my just use the best Pokemon, just use whatever the strongest Pokemon you catch phase of Pokemon playing. So like, I'm going through the game. My team was Pikachu, Charizard, Delphox, Lapras, I think Blaziken, and it was going to be Xerneas. And then I thought, you know what? No, I'm not going to go steamroll the Elite Four with a Legendary. I'm going to pick a different fairy type. I like Sylveon. Let's get Sylveon.
And Sylveon kicked everyone's ass. Bronny, what's your favorite evolution?
It's between Jolteon and Flareon.
Those two.
Jolteon is the strongest, and Flareon looks the best.
Jolteon's fast.
You know what? They had to do something in the anime that I wish they brought forward. There was an episode where Ash went to a school that was supposed to make him qualify for the Elite Four while bypassing all of the gyms.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Was it with the mean chick that had a Cubone?
I don't recall that one. It was the episode that the Jigglypuff as seen from Wolf Joke came from.
Oh.
But they had a part where they had to use rental Pokemon to battle. So Ash had an Arbok and it was going up against someone with all the evolutions. And so Ash tried to have the Arbok wrap the Jolteon, but its spikes stuck into it. And that apparently supercharged it to launch off an ultra powerful Thunder. Like, That would be such a cool ability in the games. If any opponent tries to use constricting moves on you, it damages them and you get an attack or a buff to your electric attacks next turn.
They have an effect akin to that, like, you know, when the Pokemon clearly has like spikes or something, that it's when you wrap them it'll damage you as well. I remember this.
I think it's only Ferrothorn with Iron Barbs. But there
Yeah.
are several Pokemon that also have rough skin.
Yeah, there's different iterations of it, so they kind of have it in there, but
Yeah.
I remember this episode now because Jesse and James were in that school too, and they had that bullshit test where it's like, identify this tailed Pokemon. It's just a fire, and he goes like, oh, it's got to be a Charmander. It's like, it's a Ponyta. I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to tell from that? And then they just show like a vague silhouette, and it's like, what's this Pokemon? It's like, it's got to be a Voltorb because it's just round. And it's like, it was actually the top of the head of a Jigglypuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, you're a dick.
Identify this Pokemon. Fiery Tail, that's gotta be Charmander. Nope, it's Ponyta. Identify this Pokemon based on the swirl. And Jesse's like, oh, it's a coiled up Arbok. And Ash's like, I know, it's a Poliwhirl. Or a Poliwag. And actually, it's a Poliwhirl. As you can notice here, the swirl changes directions when it evolves.
It was the
Now identify this Pokemon. It's just a black ball. And that, of course, you got Voltorb and Electrode. It's actually Jigglypuff as seen from above.
I know, it was the dumbest test I'd ever seen. And I'm like, if you can get through this, I don't know, you cheated, because what the fuck? Let's see. Charles Beat says, did you go Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle in Gen 1? Bulbasaur.
The anime kind of sucks. In fact, Pokemon kind of sucks in general.
You kind of suck.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I'm gonna put up my footstool because my legs are not comfortable.
So, when was the first time I played Gen 1?
If we're taking like Gen 1, actually, like, I guess it would be my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow. So technically, I guess I could say Pikachu.
Yeah. In my case, I usually picked the one that matched the version. So when I played Pokemon Blue, I picked Squirtle, and when I played Fire Red, I went through with Charmander. And of course, Yellow, I had Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee, I picked I didn't pick, I got forced Eevee.
You get Eevee. I originally, like, didn't know that your Pokemon would just not be able to evolve no matter what in these games. So I picked Eevee. I'm like, well, with Pikachu, you only get one option. It's electric, and it's going to be Raichu. So if I get Eevee, I can evolve it into all these other things. That didn't happen. That doesn't happen. But to be fair, is Pikachu's not able to learn a big variety of skills that Eevee can, because Eevee's normal and can learn anything.
More specifically, you get a bunch of special moves that NPCs in the game can teach you, and Eevee gets one of each of its evolution types, but they have the dumbest freaking names.
Yeah, I like
Like-
Bouncy Bubble.
The dark move is called Batty Bat.
Batty Bat.
Like, at least
Why is Pokemon just so stupid?
at least try to come up with names that allude to the evolutions. Like, Eevee can
Yeah, man, that'd take effort.
I mean, based on what we've seen of Gen 9, they're clearly capable of effort. I just don't know where it was in 2018.
Didn't literally no one like Gen 9?
Gen 9 hasn't come out yet.
Oh, yeah.
They have a wheel in Legendary's chest.
Yeah, I've heard theories that you're gonna be able to ride the legendaries like bikes.
It's dumb, but it's also funny and cool. It's like, yeah, I'll ride you if you're a bike. I feel like I'm missing cushion in this chair because I feel like there's something sticking through. You know, maybe I'll take this blanket off and feel better.
Possible. Also, you might want to move the lumbar support up a little bit.
Like, higher?
Yeah,
I don't know, it'll just sit down.
like it's supposed to fit within the bottom curve of your back.
This is okay.
Yeah. I will definitely say I think there needs to be like counterweights in the footrest or something so that you can recline in that thing without worrying about tipping over, like
Yeah,
I did
do have
last time.
I do have that concern. I do have that concern.
Anyway, where was I?
I don't know. Huh.
If you can select the thank you.
Well, I still haven't played Pokemon Legend Arceus, and I'm wondering if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah, I still gotta play it.
I bet. But
I still gotta portal stuff.
people are not speaking well of it though. Like people are having fun, I'm sure, but like a lot of them be like, "This was not what was advertised," because it was gonna be
Yeah.
like, it's the Breath of the Wild of Pokemon. It wasn't as easy as people wanted, and I'm like, about as open world as any other Pokemon game, I would assume. Because if you think about it, all freaking Pokemon games are open world. It's a world. It's open. You can go anywhere.
Not really. The routes are kind of restrictive.
Oh, so by open world they mean like you can get anywhere at any time.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Like, with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's like some programming trickery or whatever to keep you on the plateau till you get the glider. But the second you get the glider, you could bum rush Ganon if you really wanted to.
oh, I'm familiar with that. Brandon would talk about it. About speed running it with just like sticks and shit.
Yeah. And then, but then like with Pokemon, they're like, oh yeah, totally open world. You can go anywhere you want. And like they had a shot in the reveal trailer for the game that looked exactly like one of the shots from the Breath of the Wild trailer. Like, actually, I don't think they ever explicitly said it was open world, but they heavily suggested it. And then as it got closer to release, there were interviews coming out that weren't getting a lot of publicity. Like, yeah, this isn't quite open world. You get like 5 open exploration areas. And then like the game comes out, and like, yeah, you can do a lot of exploring, but it's kind of restrictive, despite how open it's supposed to be. And so many cutscenes.
Too many.
And all my experience is just from people who I've watched play the game. Like, specifically the Nuzlocke that Jay Carlin is doing on the Super Carlin Gaming channel. I have not actually played the game despite having it. Because that was around the time that I was... What was I doing right around then?
I don't know, moving.
No, because I got it in... I think I got it shortly after I visited you guys in March, if not like right before.
So you probably were getting ready to move.
Probably. I was doing something, because I definitely wasn't recording anything during that time. Was I doing... Oh, yes. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to Legends Arceus, because since I kept my nose to the news cycle, I have reasonable expectations going in, but I'm also not looking forward to editing it. Actually, I saw the writing prompt Tumblr account, r/Tumblr. They had a writing prompt where you wish for a very productive 2017. Unfortunately, the genie misunderstands your wish. So every day at 8:17 p.m., you become unreasonably productive for those 60 seconds. And someone wrote a beautiful story where, like, the guy, time slowed down, all the fatigue and exhaustion just left his body, and he spent an entire year in that 1 minute. So he came up with a business where it was like a magical elf cleaning service where he, in his time-stopped state, would go clean other people's houses. So like 1 minute house dirty, next minute house clean. He was writing novels, he was doing chores, he was cleaning up litter, he was building the castle. But by the time the story ended, he had done like 7 paragraphs worth of stuff, and only 3 seconds had passed.
Oh my god, that sounds frustrating.
In one way, yes. In the other way, no. I would absolutely love it.
It's just being
I would give it a summer too.
Because, like, think about it this way. Let's imagine that each of us got that power, except it was slightly different. So, like, time stopped for you at 8:06, time stopped for Brawny at 8:07, time stopped for me at 8:08. We could each spend an entire year where we don't get tired, we don't need to eat, we don't need to drink, and we're, like, unreasonably motivated. Just cranking out content.
And then after the moment's over, just periodically release it.
Yeah. And then the moment's over and we could all, like, split a pizza.
You can make a pizza at that time.
Yeah. Heck, I think one of the rules of it was that when you stop touching something, time freezes for it. And time unfreezes when you do touch it. You could make the pizza, leave it to cool, and it'd still be hot by the time time resumed for you.
Oh. I was about to say, like, do we age in this period? Like, what is going on?
No? As far as your body is concerned, 1 minute it's only been 1 minute between the start and stop of this period.
I imagine that would mess with your head at some point, though. It's like I experience a year every morning.
Oh, your phone's over here. Wait,
That's yours.
no, that's Brian's.
Hey,
My phone's over here.
my phone's here. I got your phone.
We got your phone. I am holding it ransom for another plate of snacks.
I think Ronnie might have fallen asleep.
No, I just forgot to turn back on my soundboard.
Okay, I was about to test
Oh
your
yeah, I must have left it there. I did say I'd take that power.
Yeah.
I would take that power all day. But yeah, I'll get up in a little bit and make some snacks.
No, well, thank you. I was kind of joking, but I'm open to more.
I need more water. With dealing with Bronny's insomnia, I realized since I was up till like past midnight last night playing games, I didn't get as much sleep as I usually do either because I woke up at like 9 with my stomach hurting. I like ate too much ice cream or something the night before because my gut was hurting all this morning. Like I'm not getting any problems now, but obviously I ate something that disagreed with me. I need my 12 hours of sleep every weekend. I will get it. Let's see. Not much going on in chat. Talking too much about Pokemon. Let's get that. Let's see. Oh, I haven't. Well, I've tried to start on my wire wrapping project with my wisdom teeth. I actually still have them right here. They're still doing great. I can't quite figure out with the kit I have what I'm supposed to do. I mean, some of it seems easy, but then it's like take your wire that's measured at this much and this wire measured at this much, and I only have like 2 wires, and they're saying I should have all these, and I'm just like, I don't understand, and none of these wires are measured at what they say. So I'm like, am I supposed to cut these wires?
Oh,
Probably. I mean, you'd think they could at least say that, like, hey, get your wires that we gave you, cut them to all the relevant sizes, and then follow the instructions. But no, it doesn't say that. It acts like you already did that and you already knew. So it just starts at like wrap your wire at this measurement like this and then do this. And I'm like, wait a minute. We can't even start yet because we don't have all the stuff. Like I'm trying to do the example one first that they give you. Just uses this funny rock. I want to do a test before I do it to my teeth jewelry that I'm trying to make. So I'm trying to learn first. I wanted a kit so I could learn, but this not very intuitive if I'm being honest. Got to get back to it though. So I'm dealing with that. My teeth are still fine though. They're in this
jar and they're living their best life.
I imagine it's going to take a little bit for them to decay.
Yeah, in the meantime, they just look like funny rocks. They do kind of have at the top of them, like, pits where I assume cavities were forming. Washed them as best I could. But yeah, they look neat. Bones feel like rocks. If in the future I master this, if y'all want to send me your teeth, you can. Make a P.O. box just for teeth.
Now, if I were to submit mine, would I have to send them through the box, or could I just hang them?
Well, sure, I just won't pull them out for you. That'd be inhumane. I think you told me, though, you had all yours taken out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let you just take out your other teeth just because you want jewelry.
Oh, no, I mean, I have a manila envelope somewhere with my wisdom teeth in them.
Oh, well, I hope you kept them in good condition.
They've kind of just been sitting in a box for years.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. 2, 3. Probably ask my nephew, he's like, hey, when you get wisdom teeth take out, clean them up and give them to me. Teeth are funny.
Seven. Hallelujah. I don't have to deal with that.
How's your progress coming along, Heather?
Pretty well. It's definitely not at 47 inches yet. It's at about, I was measuring it earlier and I don't remember what it measured at, but we got, it's about at 12. Plus 4.5 is like 16.5 inches. That's not bad. But like I said, the strap is supposed to be around 47. So yeah, good progress. And it's a while before Christmas happens, so I have time to complete this. And others. Once I get closer though, I have to start crocheting these in my own spare time rather than just waiting for a stream to happen. Work my wrists till they pop.
You said you were going to be taking tomorrow easy, right?
Yeah, I might clean my fish tank because it looks like there's significant algae buildup. It feels like the water looks green to me, so I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Well, I'm thinking, what if we watched more of Ponies the Anthology and you crochet during that?
Maybe. Sounds alright. We definitely have to get through that because that's great stuff. This guy hasn't seen all of Pony's Anthology. He hadn't even seen any of it when he moved in here, and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. He's got to see this treasure trove of old brony memes.
Like, to be fair, I got into My Little Pony through my, at the time, 8/9-year-old sister. Wait, no, she might have been like 7. I don't remember precisely when I became a brony, but it wasn't through memes, it was through, like, the actual demographic. So, I didn't get exposed to the brony fandom until senior year of high school.
So, excuse me. How dare you? But yeah, that's like classic brony content right there. Crown Prince was putting stuff into that before they even had a name, you know? Yeah. Ugh.
This seems mostly.
I got all these hell of a boss pins. Some I got as gifts, some I might have ordered myself. I think particularly this dangling one Louis bought for me one year. It's really cool. I would put them on my black denim jacket, but I noticed they would fall off. Sometimes they would be missing their backs. So I gotta come up with a more secure way to have them on there, because I don't want to lose them. Especially because I got pins of Stolas. There's the boy. There's the elf boy. You guys remember him? It was season 2 opener. That I will speak no more about. They're really nice pins. I also, my friend Louis also got me the pair of Hell of a Boss socks that they had. Which neat. I saw those socks at the store before. It's like, it's interesting socks, but I don't think I'd buy myself these socks. Then someone bought them for me, and I'm like, oh, these are nice socks. Shoot. Great, my yarn got wrapped up in my wheel. Yeah, fixed it. I was gonna be careful with yarn. It gets wrapped up in shit. Ugh. I wonder what other pins I have. I swear I had more Hell of a Boss pins. I have my one Serpentious pin here. I think I have a Alistair pin pinned somewhere. On my denim jacket, my pony pins are staying on because on my denim jacket, that's where I'm putting my brony pins and junk. I also have a pin of like a unicorn being abducted by an alien by rainbows. So that, I mean, it vaguely fit the theme, so I added that onto that denim jacket. I like those pins though.
Why did I not think of this in the first place? This is so much easier.
What are you talking about?
I am making all of the custom crafting recipes for the data pack.
Well, that'll be something.
So currently, I have a recipe for the zombie spawn egg that I told you about earlier. The bee spawn egg, same as the zombie one, but replace the rotten flesh with 2 blocks of honey and 2 honeycomb blocks.
Ooh, honey.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now I am making the blaze one, which is 4 blaze rods.
I don't know if I want people spawning all this stuff, but I doubt they'll have the ability to do so, or at least the patience to do it.
Yeah,
I hope.
because like the thing with the crafting recipes is that you need an ender crystal to do it, and to craft that you need a gas tier and an eye of ender. So, at the very least, people will not be cranking these things out.
Yeah. And you know what? If anything, you and Countess would make a whole bunch of them. I would just request you put the chest somewhere secure.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have all those chests in our common room in the monolith. But
And we also have the basement full of chests of overflow.
yeah. Interesting basement.
Well, we have there's actually 2 basements. There's a mini one under the furnaces where all those chests are, and then there's my basement.
Is that the one that was a big cavern that we almost fell out of?
Yes.
How did you clear that thing?
A lot of mining.
You did that all by hand.
Yes. Took a week.
This is why you guys need access to the server outside of stream time, because that's not an interesting stream right there.
Would have made an interesting time lapse, but after last stream, I still gotta look through it. I had 100 gigabytes of footage.
My goodness. I don't want to be the one to edit that. That's gonna be all you.
Yep. I'm probably not even gonna do a full highlight. I'm just gonna extract the clip of me finding 4 minecarts spawned on top of each other.
Yeah, that's gonna be the cellar right there, so might as well.
Cave spider. Fan flippin' fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh, I also made cobwebs craftable.
Why?
They are useful for, like, So when mobs pathfind, they completely ignore cobwebs. So if you make a tight, winding hallway, you can weave between the cobwebs. They'll try to walk straight through it and get stuck. And they're also useful for redstone contraptions. You can have a dispenser dispense into it. It'll take the item longer to fall, so you can put in a delay like that. It also means that a dispenser won't shoot the item outward. It'll get stuck in the web and fall straight down. And it is also useful for... We do have the water trick for stopping fall damage, but you can also do the same thing with cobwebs, albeit it takes long.
And here I thought people might just use them as decoration.
That too.
Halloween.
Before campfires, they were a very common way to make smoke. You just have some coming off a chimney-like structure.
Oh. I guess that'd be a little funny.
Mhm.
I was just thinking Halloween in July. Just put spider webs in places for fun of it. Kiana seems like a goth chick, or at least someone who does the gothic aesthetic, maybe. Kiara King Jebel says, Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. Estoy cansado. I'm pretty sure that means tired. I am a little tired right now. Someone confirm or deny that cansado means tired. Sueno! Soy sueno, I think it was. I think cansado is sad.
Necesito una fiesta. Una siesta, not fiesta.
Una fiesta! Todo noche. Yikes. Think I'll come up fast. I tengo mucho sueño. King Jebel was a lot tired. See, yo también. That is fair. That is fair. Time to hydrate.
Before you dehydrate.
I am dehydrating.
Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to know one of the coolest features of spawn eggs?
Lay it on me.
If you click a spawner with a spawn egg, it will change the spawner to spawn whatever was in the spawn egg.
I don't think I knew about that. When it comes to spawn eggs and spawners like that, I've never understood how to use it. I remember coming across a spawner once during a playthrough of Minecraft. I just found a cage with this weird flickery thing that would just show different body parts and stuff. You know, you probably know what it is. I broke it, and I was just like, was I supposed to?
Yeah, spawners can't be harvested in survival mode.
Ah.
I did add a crafting recipe for it, but it is nutso.
That's so.
Like, we would need 5 streams before we're even close to ready to craft this thing.
5 streams.
Because, let's see, it was 4 iron bars, 2 bottles of dragon breath, an end crystal, a respawn beacon, and a nether star.
Another star now?
Yes. So we would have to go to the end, get the dragon breath without getting blown up by the ender dragon, and also beat a wither.
A wither. And I can't do all these things.
Yeah, so like, the whole point of this data pack I'm making is to make this possible, not easy. Because I'm planning on carrying this data pack forward for like future Minecraft series that I do.
Huzzah, man. King Devil says no dormi mucho anoche. Yeah, neither did Bronny. And he's dying. I mean,
And I'm certainly feeling it.
I'm starting.
Oh no, he's dead.
I'm starting to feel it, and I had like a normal amount of sleep for a person to have.
Heck, I'm tired after drinking this much gamer sops.
Your body trying to tell you something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell it it's its fault. I didn't ask to wake up at 3:30 this morning. I wanted to sleep until at least 7.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get that sleep schedule under control.
Yeah. Thinking tomorrow night, whenever I wrap it up, I'm gonna make a dose of melatonin to try to force my body back on schedule.
That's the way to do it.
You do everything in extremes, Spencer. And then you
Doing
wonder why you have
extremes,
problems.
lighter doses of melatonin.
Stop doing
It work.
Stop doing things in extremes. Just stop. Okay, eat normal, sleep normal, lay off the caffeine, and get a little bit of exercise every day.
I'm doing that.
Like every time you tell me you're doing something, it's like something you should be doing in moderation, but you're doing 1,000,000 pounds of it, and then you get one problem, and then you overcompensate by doing 1,000,000 pounds of the other thing. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is, innocent?
Ronnie, gonna need you to chill a little bit, alright? Gonna need you to just take your own chill pills. Showing a bit of your extremeness. He does it because he
Yes, I am extreme.
Gonna need you to do extreme chill out, Bronny. Are you gonna extreme chill out, or are you gonna do moderate chill out?
I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want.
Yeah, that's rather extreme of you. I need to stretch my wrists. They feel tired.
Ooh. With eating. Do you know what I had today that was really good?
What?
Generic brand frosted mini wheats with chocolate almond milk.
You know, I saw chocolate almond milk at the store. I'm like, oh, they made chocolate milk, but almond, but it was 100 calories. So I was just like,
Isn't that the same amount that the vanilla one has?
no, vanilla has 80.
Oh.
Every point counts. And if you went with like regular silk milk, you know, like almond milk, that would be like 60. So I could be doing that, but I like vanilla because a little extra, and it's still only 80. When it stays in the double digits, that's a good thing. When it gets into 100s, that's a meal. So I wasn't gonna do that.
Want to spawn one creeper? That'll be 4 blocks of TNT.
4 blocks? Might as well just blow it up yourself.
These have to be expensive, because as I mentioned, you have the whole spawner thing. Which means if you get even one of these things, one of these spawn eggs, you can spawn an infinite amount if you can find a spawner you don't mind changing. And that being said, creepers have a very strong chance of blowing the thing up, so...
I don't know if you want creepers.
Wait. No, they don't, because in water they can't.
Store everything you need for a creeper spawner in water. Who came up with the idea for a frickin' creeper?
When Notch was first coding the game, he was trying to make a pig, but he screwed up the X and Y dimensions. So instead of being 1 block tall and 2 blocks wide, it came out at, or not block. Instead of being wider than it is tall, it was or longer than it is tall, it came out taller than it was long. And Notch went, think I've got some.
It's like, I got it, I guess I'll use it. That's creepy to think about. The creeper automatically becomes worth it if you put, like, the pig skin on it. Now that's gross.
Give me a sec. You just remind me of an image.
Oh my god, someone made that, didn't they? I like creepers to some degree. Yeah. Not when they sneak up on me or blow up my shit, but just in general. Underdogs. Yeah. Pig pen. Creep pig. Yeah, that's
The
what
pig purr and the creep pig.
Yeah, you know, it's exactly how I thought it would look. It looks terrible. If you ever want to Google that,
Makes a little TOS.
yeah, if you ever want to Google that, don't. Don't do that to yourself.
But yeah, Notch goes into the game and sees that and it's like, huh. Not what I intended.
And he was just like, I guess I'll make it green. And I'll give it a creepy face. And then when it gets close to you, it blows up. That reminds me of that story about me that I've heard about myself. About me getting really drunk off wine while I was eating spaghetti. And Bronny was still working for that jerk. And like, talking smack. And I'm like, God, I can't stand this guy either, even though I haven't ever met him. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to Joe. And I'm gonna tell him, hey, Joe, you know what happens if you drop a tarantula? And he goes, I don't know what. And I go, they explode. And I'm gonna pick him up and drop him. And then he'll explode.
Well, you said you were gonna kick him in the groin, and he was gonna fall down and explode.
I don't remember the nut kicking part. That does sound like me. And then I was like with Sweetie at the time. And she kind of just walked by the room as I was having this conversation, and I kept going with it. And I was like, I'm gonna go up to Joe. I'm gonna ask you, hey Joe, what's your favorite cookie? And he goes like oatmeal raisin or some dumb bullshit. I'm like, well, yeah. I go like, oh yeah, well mine's Oreo. Part she heard, but I finished it off with, and I would get 2 giant Oreos and smack him in between them, and then he'll die. I don't know how that was supposed to work. My logic that night was flawless, though. Luckily, we have no reason to end this man anymore. We got other people to end.
Yep, he sold the company to somebody else, and then that dude fired me 2 months later.
Don't worry, honey. I'm gonna go up to that bitch. And I'm gonna be like, you know what happens when you fire people? And they're gonna be like, what? They don't have a job anymore? I'm like, no. You mess with fire, you get burned. And then I'll set them on fire. And they'll burn to death.
Lovely.
Right? I'm a genius. You've never heard such great ideas before in your life, have you, Bronny? In your life.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to that bitch. And I'm gonna go, hey, what would you call what you did to Bronny? And they were like, I guess we laid him off. And I'm like, what if you literally got laid off? And they were like, what? And I go, and then I shoot them in the face.
Okay.
I couldn't think of where to take that other than getting laid, which is sexual, which seemed worse.
Yeah, arguably so.
Okay, so it's a mercy. I shot them in the face before I could take that any further.
Wait, what was the phrasing you just used?
Laid off. I guess I could go, you're about to get bumped up, and then I shoot them in the face.
Life sucks. When your boss treats you bad, then bumps you off.
You could also use laid out.
I guess. You bumped off my husband. Now I'm gonna freaking hop you off, and then he dies. It's not incredibly witty, but you know the power is still there. The problem with wearing pants is that putting itch cream on is gonna be a bitch. I just have to take the whole things off. So I don't normally wear pants. I just thought these pants, this shirt. It's a Snow White shirt, dang it. No one makes you angry at your current job, right, Bronny?
No, not really.
Good. Because if they did, go up to them. I would say, hey, I hear you bothered Bronny. And they were like, what? And I'm like, I heard you bothered Bronny. And they were like, I guess. What about it? And I'm like, you know what else is bothersome? And they'd be like, what? And I'm like, being punched in the face. Punch them.
All right, that one's a little better.
I fail to see how.
Not just random shooting in the face.
No, that's great. That was perfect. What are you talking about? That was flawless right there.
I disagree.
You can disagree all you want to. It's not going to change just facts.
Should though.
It doesn't.
What do you think, Emerald?
Think of what?
Oh my god.
Basically anything
Never
I've said
mind.
in the past 10 minutes, I guess.
Well, I think if you're not drunk, you were very close to it.
Oh, that's good that I don't have anything left of that. I'm also very tired.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Probably go and take a nap. Or just go straight up to sleep after this. I'm gonna go up to Joe. And I'm gonna tell him, hey, Joe. And he's gonna be like, I don't hire that guy anymore. Stop talking to me. And I was gonna be like, nah, this ain't about that, Joe. And he goes like, why are you at my house then? And I'm like, because you got too much and deserve it very little. And then I'm gonna steal all this shit.
There you go.
Just put his entire house into the bed of a truck and leave.
I like this plan.
Yes, you do.
I hear he's got a big house.
He doesn't deserve that house. We'll take it from him. Put it into a truck. You told me we could do that.
Gonna be like, hey Joe, do you want to see our impression of the US government?
Here's what you do. Accidentally ding his car, give him sports game tickets as an apology, and then when he's out to the sports game, break in and steal everything.
No. I'm gonna go up to Joe. Hold on, I lost my train of thought, but I had a good one. I'm gonna go up to Joe. We're gonna have his house already in our truck, in the bed of our truck, and he's gonna go like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna go up to Joe and I'll be like, "We're repossessing your house." And he goes like, "What do you mean repossessing? You never owned it." And I'm like, "I said we were repossessing. You used to possess it, and now we're possessing it now. Therefore, repossessing. Go fuck yourself." And then we're gonna drive away.
Flawless plan there, Heather.
I know. The logic is undeniable.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fix all that later.
Yeah.
I forgot to set a tag while I was downloading all these things, so I have several files I need to go back and fix.
Get to reorganize that shit.
And this is why I don't like coding.
I gotta reorganize my phone. My phone was telling me earlier this morning, like, hey, you only have this much left of storage. And I'm like, I know, it's all full of pictures I probably should have deleted by now, but I don't care. Gotta reorganize that whole gallery. That's where all the storage is getting used up. Keep taking Instagrammable pictures. And when you do that and upload things to Instagram, like there's an Instagram folder in your gallery that just saves the pictures that you just uploaded that you already have. It's like, why? Why do you do this? Huh. Yep, that's a lot of strap. You can use this as a blindfold too. Oh yeah, not yet though, because it's not even long enough to wrap around my head. At least with glasses on. Alright, last 10 minutes of the stream, Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now or forever hold your silence until the next stream. No comments, no questions, no concerns. What do you have to say for yourself, Bronny?
I'm a horrible person and you shouldn't associate with me.
It's a little late for that. Something weird. I briefly considered. That's like, man, maybe when I go on streams and I get tired, I just like stop and take a nap and people can watch me sleep. But I'm like, that's retarded. Why would anyone watch that? Though I have scrolled past.
People have done it.
Yeah, I scroll past streams on TikTok all the time that are just people sleeping. And it's like, if you donate this much, a freaking bullhorn will sound and I'll probably wake up, but who knows? And I'm like, do people pay money to do that? Just disturb your sleep? 'Cause I don't know if I would. Depends on the amount of money, I guess. There's a lot of weird streams on TikTok that you just scroll past when you're on the For You page. Like, I've scrolled past a few times, like, people just in very dilapidated looking living conditions. And I'm just like, why are you streaming this? Maybe to raise money for a cause, I guess? But it feels strange. I was watching a video today. Apparently the monkeys in northern Japan are going nuts and trying to steal babies. Why?
Why are they doing that?
Why? It's just that, like, and it's those monkeys, you'll see pictures of them and, like, I forget what they're called, but you'll see them just, like, chilling out in hot springs and stuff. It's usually the kind that, like, you can sit next to them and they're cool with people. But lately, like, a band of rogue monkeys in northern Japan has just been, like, antagonizing children and the elderly. Like, a woman said she was vacuuming her house the other day, and she heard her baby just crying out, and the monkey was, like, dragging her baby across the floor in another room trying to take it out the window. And she's just like, what the hell? And, like, another guy...
They killed that monkey.
They did, like, no one's been able to because, like, it happens so sporadically. How are you supposed to kill a monkey that fast? But they have... Yeah, they have captured one of the monkeys. And they thought it was just one monkey doing this, but, like, while they had him, they realized other monkeys were doing it. That's how they figured out it was a group of monkeys. Like, of course they are putting down the monkeys as soon as they get their hands on them. But that was an interesting problem for them to have. They're like, yeah, we don't. Monkeys are suddenly freaking out, but they're trying to steal babies and they're trying to kill old people. I don't know. I just watched that today on a news video, and I was just like, that's wild, man. Almost as wild as like this story I heard last week of like you hear like there's about wild hog attacks every once in a while. Apparently in Hawaii, this chick was surfing and there was a wild hog swimming in the ocean next to her, and she was just like, "What the fuck?" And she was just like had her surfboard with her, and the hog starts swimming toward her, and she kind of like puts the surfboard in between her and the hog chewed through the board. And she like, while it was doing that, she swam to shore, but it's like that hog ate her surfboard, dude.
Yeah. That's why we eat those things.
Feral hogs, you need to just not deal with that. I hear in Texas, like I think my sister told me, like they catch them in cages near her job, or like even at her job, people catch them in cages, and they're like, yeah, just cook them up and eat them. And I'm like, well, what else are you gonna do with like a hog you just killed? It feels like a waste if you're just killing it and throwing it away, especially if it's a pig. You can make some bacon.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's why I'm cool with hunting. A lot of people have moral conniptions about it. Again, you don't want to kill something, that's fine. You don't have to kill it. The thing is, animals have a way of overpopulating themselves and then infesting like human spaces, or even like eradicating other species in their systems because there's just too big of a population. That's why people still hunt wolves and hunt alligators in Florida, because if they don't, the population of gators will get out of control and eradicate other species native to the state that need to be there for the ecosystem to keep going. It's why they also sterilize feral cats, if I'm familiar. You can't let the feral cat community get too big, then they start taking out all birds and small rodents that need to actually be there.
Yeah, and cats breed so much.
So many
Like,
kittens.
yeah, they can have like 20 kittens a year.
They have to have so many babies. Last 5 minutes of the stream, last 5 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now, or forever hold your silence till the next stream. I would like to go hunting. I want to hunt a raccoon. We certainly have no shortage
There are
of those.
plenty.
We have no shortage of those. I want to make the hat. I want to make that coonskin hat. By coonskin, I mean raccoon, and not Coon the guy that's my friend. I'm not going to make a hat out of him. Unless he asks me to, and in that case I probably will crochet or sew it for him. Some people, like, when they've addressed Coon in chat, they spell it like Coon. You spell it like, for him, Khun, like you would a person's name. I've never seen it other than like that with him before. But he spells it different. It's not because he's a furry and he likes raccoons. Though I don't think he's too far off. I at least don't know how he feels about actual raccoons. How do you feel about raccoons, Brownie?
I think they're cute, but they are definitely rodent pests. So
Yeah,
I would never trust one.
you never get close to one, that's for sure. From a distance, you're like, oh, little trash panda. Don't like what they do to the trash cans.
Yep.
Rascals, little rapscallions. That's another critter we gotta worry about while living here, right? Other than raccoons. I don't know, I guess there's squirrels. You have to be wary of squirrels because squirrels.
Ground bees.
What?
Ground bees.
I was thinking more about like furry critters. Ground bees are terrible. I don't think I need to tell anyone that.
Possums.
That's it. That's what I was thinking about.
Though, I don't know, possums aren't as notorious for getting into your trash and stuff, though I am certain they could. But they're not trying to get around people, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Though people do seem to like them. I personally don't get it. I don't know about them. They seem omnivorous. I don't think I really have prey animals as pets. At least I haven't myself. Like, my brothers had guinea pigs and stuff when I was young, but those weren't my pets. I'm used to predator animals where you don't have to worry if you, like, leave them in a space that they're going to be preyed upon. They're usually the predator. Like, Knife, I would never leave her alone outside because she's an old-ass cat, but if she was younger, I'd probably be like, okay, hang out in the patio for a bit, you like it out here, I'll be back in a bit. Because I'm more than... Still wouldn't do that with a young cat because we have a pool, but if there wasn't one, I wouldn't have been worried because she is the predator and anything on the patio she can kill. She'll be fine. Dogs, somewhat the same way. I would not leave, say, a rabbit or like a chicken in an exposed area by itself. It will not be there when I come back. Last minute of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now. I've rolled sounds to the next stream. That stream really blew past, at least those last few minutes when I started talking about animals for no dang reason. While we're here, I'll take a moment to thank my patrons. We got Easy Mode Gamer, Sophia28, also known as Carol Kirkpatrick, Aaron Davis, DJ Skywalker Spencer, Emerald Spencer, who is, standing over here. There he is. He's doing great. And Filmer Brony. If you'd like to be like one of them, you can join my Patreon today. A link in the description for as little as $10 per post. You can join the Discord server today. And you get the latest updates. I post pictures there first, and usually post updates and pictures first before I upload them anywhere else. When I have pet pictures, I always post them in Aminals. You can also get into our video game chat. We can play Minecraft together. It's always fun. So you can do that. If you feel like I'm worth not as much, there's lower tiers, like a $2 tier, the $5 tier, all of that. But if you feel like I'm worth just a one-time donation, don't want to give away every time I go on stream, you can go ahead and go to the tip jar section in the description below. Give me however much you think I'm worth. No negative numbers, please. And please donate as family or friends or confirm your receipts so I can get that tip as soon as possible. We don't have to wait on PayPal to decide, hey, your money is your money. Having that problem. But other than that, if you'd like the soonest updates on the stream and don't feel like joining the Discord server, Twitter is the best place to follow me because I always post my soonest updates there and usually try to update the YouTube community tab whenever I can. But since that's all it, let's say goodnight in alphabetical order. Bronny, say goodnight.
Have a good night, everyone.
Emerald, say goodnight.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Sorry, I got a little tired at the end of this one, but I'll probably be more energized next week. It'll be another Minecraft stream, which will be great with all the features that Emerald has spoken of today. It'll be wonderful. Y'all have a good one.